Kubera, also known as Kuber, is one of the most important deities in Hindu mythology, revered as the god of wealth and the treasurer of the gods. He is associated with prosperity, abundance, and material riches. Kubera is a prominent figure in several Hindu scriptures, including the Vedas, Puranas, and the Ramayana, where his role is critical in both cosmic and earthly contexts. Here is a comprehensive exploration of Kubera, his origins, significance, stories, and various associations. 1. Kubera's origins and family. A. Lineage. Kubera is often described as the son of Vaisravana, a sage, and Idavita, a rakshasi, or demoness. Vaisravana was a Brahmin sage, and Idavita was a demoness, making Kubera half Brahmin and half demon in heritage. He had two siblings who also played significant roles in Hindu mythology. Ravana, the demon king of Lanka, and Kumbhakarna, another giant who was Ravana's brother. Though born into a family that had a strong connection with demons and negative traits, Kubera's devotion to Lord Shiva and his character marked him as distinct from his siblings, who would later become infamous for their evil deeds. B. Role as a treasurer of the gods. Kubera's principal role in Hindu mythology is being the god of wealth. He is the treasurer of the heavens and is entrusted with overseeing the wealth of the gods, as well as controlling the distribution of material prosperity. Kubera is also the ruler of the Kailasa kingdom, not to be confused with Lord Shiva's Mount Kailash, though both are often linked in certain traditions. His role in cosmic administration is vital in ensuring the proper flow of wealth and resources to maintain order in the world. 2. Kubera's appearance and attributes. Kubera is often depicted as a chubby, prosperous god adorned in gold jewelry and dressed in rich, opulent clothes. He typically has a golden body or is shown holding a money pot or a purse of gold coins. Kubera is also sometimes shown riding a yiksha, which is his vahana, vehicle. Yikshas are semi-divine beings who serve Kubera and help him maintain his wealth and distribute it to those worthy of it. In various iconographies, Kubera is seen with 3 heads and 8 arms, holding different items symbolizing wealth and prosperity, including a pot of wealth, a mace, a lotus flower, and sometimes a bag of coins. 3. Kubera's domain, Alakapuri. Kubera is the ruler of a mystical city called Alakapuri, which is said to be located in the Himalayas. Alakapuri is described as a city of immense beauty, filled with palaces, gardens, and temples made of precious gems and metals. It is a place of great spiritual and material wealth, and Kubera himself is said to reside in a palace of gold. Alakapuri is considered to be a place of abundance and material comfort, a reflection of Kubera's domain over wealth. Yikshas and Gandharvas, celestial musicians, inhabit this city, assisting Kubera in managing the vast treasures of the world. Kubera's palace is said to be surrounded by gems, jewels, and divine riches, and is a symbol of both material wealth and spiritual power. 4. Kubera's powers and symbolism. A. Wealth and prosperity. As the Lord of Wealth, Kubera's primary function is to govern the material prosperity of the world. His blessings are sought by those wishing for financial success, abundance, and comfort. He is said to bring wealth to both gods and mortals, although his wealth is often portrayed as being earned through righteous means, unlike the wealth of demons, which is often acquired through force or deceit. Kubera is often invoked in rituals and prayers related to wealth, prosperity, and good fortune. Kubera Homa, a ritual to honor Kubera, is performed in many parts of India to seek his blessings for financial growth and material well-being. B. Keeper of the Treasury. Kubera is also the treasurer of the gods, holding control over the riches of the heavens. He is in charge of managing the gems, jewels, and other divine treasures that are distributed to the gods, sages, and other celestial beings. His treasury includes all forms of wealth, including not only material resources but also spiritual wealth, such as the wisdom imparted by the gods. C. Kubera as a symbol of balance. Though Kubera is often associated with material wealth, his character also symbolizes the balance between wealth and spiritual growth. Kubera's wealth is seen as a reflection of his devotion and adherence to dharma, righteousness, and he is considered a model of just and honest wealth. His prosperity is not seen as a product of greed or unethical accumulation, but rather a reward for his piety and good deeds. 5. Kubera's relationships with other gods. A. Kubera and Lord Shiva. Kubera is a great devotee of Lord Shiva. It is said that he performed intense penance to please Lord Shiva, who, impressed by his devotion, granted him the position of the Lord of Wealth. Kubera's connection to Shiva is integral to his story and reflects his spiritual stature. Some versions of the story say that it was Shiva's blessings that made Kubera the treasurer of the heavens and a ruler of wealth. B. Kubera and Ravana. Kubera's relationship with his half-brother, Ravana, is one of rivalry and conflict. Ravana, who was born to the same father, Vaisravana, grew to be a powerful demon king, but his ambitions and pride led him to a fall from grace. In some stories, Ravana was once a close ally of Kubera, and the two brothers shared the wealth and power. However, after Ravana's rise to power and his takeover of Lanka, he sought to usurp Kubera's position. One of the most famous stories of their rivalry is that Ravana drove Kubera out of Lanka, seizing his palace and wealth. Kubera was forced to flee to the Himalayas, where he took refuge in his Alakapuri. This story is often cited as an example of Ravana's arrogance and greed, and it marks a turning point in their relationship. Kubera, however, did not retaliate in anger but instead remained humble, preserving his position as the Lord of Wealth. C. Kubera and Lord Vishnu. Kubera is also associated with Lord Vishnu in certain stories, particularly because of his role in sustaining cosmic balance through the management of wealth. In some accounts, Vishnu is said to have blessed Kubera with wealth and power, as long as Kubera adhered to his dharma. D. Kubera and the Yakshas. Kubera is often depicted as the leader of the Yakshas, a group of semi-divine beings who are his attendants and help him manage his wealth. The Yakshas are believed to inhabit trees, mountains, and subterranean regions, guarding treasures hidden in the earth. They are benevolent beings who work in concert with Kubera to distribute wealth and prosperity. 6. Kubera in Hindu mythological stories. A. Kubera's role in the Ramayana. In the Ramayana, Kubera's story is intertwined with that of Ravana. As mentioned earlier, Ravana's conflict with Kubera over the control of Lanka is a key element. Kubera originally ruled over Lanka, but Ravana, in his quest for power, forcibly took the city from him. Kubera's role in the Ramayana is mainly symbolic. He represents wealth and prosperity, and his expulsion from Lanka is part of Ravana's descent into arrogance and hubris. Kubera's connection to the Ramayana is also seen in his praise for Lord Rama, as Rama is often associated with moral and spiritual wealth, contrasting with the material wealth represented by Ravana. Kubera supports Rama's cause indirectly, as his wealth is part of the cosmic order that must eventually be restored through the actions of the hero. B. Kubera and the story of the Nandana Gardens. In some stories, Kubera is said to have created the Nandana Gardens, a divine garden filled with flowers, fruits, and riches, as a reward for his penance. These gardens are described as being full of celestial beings and treasures, and are sometimes connected to the divine kingdom of the gods. This story reflects Kubera's role in creating not just material wealth but also spiritual beauty in the form of celestial nature. 7. Kubera's worship and significance. Kubera is worshipped for the acquisition of wealth and prosperity. His worship is especially popular among merchants, businesspeople, and those seeking material success. In temples dedicated to Kubera, devotees often offer prayers and perform rituals to seek his blessings for financial growth, success, and well-being. Kubera Homa, this ritual is often performed by those wishing for prosperity. It involves chanting mantras to appease Kubera and ask for his blessings. Lakshmi Kubera Puja, sometimes, Kubera is worshipped alongside Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, as both are associated with prosperity and abundance. Together, they represent both spiritual and material wealth. 8. Conclusion. Kubera stands as a figure who embodies both material prosperity and spiritual wisdom. He teaches that wealth, when acquired through righteousness and devotion, can be a source of benefit for both the individual and society. His role as the Lord of Wealth in Hindu mythology highlights the importance of balance between material success and spiritual well-being.